Hello there, and welcome to Auto Arcadia. I am one of the hosts, Colin Wood, and with me, as always, is the other host.
Thomas, hello Colin. How are you?
I'm good, man. I am dodging away, and quite happy. Although I have been a horribly sweaty mess all day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we need to like address the heat. I have not really been as badly affected by it because it's not been that warm up here.
No,
No, it's not really been super oppressive to be honest. Like, the place I work doesn't have air conditioning, and it was still fine. Windows open, it was okay.
fair enough. Yeah, I don't have any air conditioning, and we've been made to wear this new uniform that's like Compex rated, so it's like thick wool t-shirts. Um, yeah, it's as bad as it
Oh
sounds.
man, I used to fucking hate. You see when like you had really bulky PP and it was like a hot day, or like it made the whole workday uncomfortable. I used to fucking hate that.
Yeah, it's not nice. Like, there's no fucking reason why I'm, like, being fucking melted right now. Do you know the worst of it is as well? I raised this as a concern when they were like, "Oh, yeah, everybody's getting this clothing." I was like, "What are we gonna do for the people who work outside? Like, not the people in the nice air-conditioned factory, but the people who are outside in, like, 35 degrees in the summer." They're like, "It's only 35 degrees for a week in the summer." I was like, "Cool."
Yeah, but that means it doesn't stop that week existing, does it?
Yeah, and currently we're at nearly a month of nearly 30 degrees, so he's talking bullshit. Um, but yeah, anyway, that's some work bullshit. We'll leave that alone.
Fair enough. It's not really why we're here.
It really isn't. It really is not.
So why are we here?
Well, I understand you've got some things to talk about, and I've got a subject to broach with you that I believe we've talked a little bit about it before, and you're a staunch hater of them. And I think I might be able to turn your mind a little bit.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I'm always up for having my opinion changed. Like, we'll uh we'll see. I mean, to be honest, most of the stuff that I had on my mind has been kind of silly little things. Usually, just kind of whatever I was thinking at the time. And do you know what? Right? I don't know. Didn't think this would be that controversial, but I don't know. And now I'm thinking about it. Maybe this is a little bit harsh, but the whole kind of like tent box and overlanding kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of get it, but also part of me is like, oh, just camp, man. It's like just leave the car somewhere and go and like find a really nice spot to camp. Like sometimes being constrained to like where car go, or where your Jeep or whatever can go. I don't know. It's I quite like camping, and I quite like camping somewhere where there's like where it's not a car park, essentially.
Fair enough. Yeah. Do you know, I'm pro tent box, man.
Okay, I would be interested to hear why. Because on paper, I'm not against tent boxes. I just think that I'm more into camping.
So, right. Part of this might be a bit of nostalgia from my 20s, okay? Because in my 20s, I ended up like sleeping at like forest parties on just a wooden floor in a hut with like my hoodie pulled up and the drawstrings pulled. And that was me. I was happy, but I was also 20. I was like, that was me, just KO'd. Wake up in the morning with no hangover, go and find a bacon roll from somewhere and chill out, you
Yeah,
know?
you literally jump up and you're like, right, time to go about my day.
Yeah. But admittedly, I am not that man anymore. So,
Yeah.
like, I might be drawing a bit off of that, right? But we want to do touring. Like, we want to tour Scotland. It's disgusting how little of Scotland we've actually seen, you know?
Yeah, no, I kind of sympathize. I feel like the same way. There's loads of good stuff to see.
And a tent box would make that really cool. Because like I was in Edinburgh last weekend, having a wee long weekend with the missus and the Waynes, and it was fantastic, only to be ruined by the arrival of the weekend and crowds and crowds and crowds of tourists because
Yeah.
people make things worse. If I have a tent box, I can go touring, we can go touring, and I don't have to bother with a hotel, which means I don't have to bother with tourists. So like the avoidance of assholes and also just freedom. Like it'd be really nice to drive up to like a gig in Glasgow or something and park the car somewhere where I'm not going to get shafted for 12 hours of parking. You know, like in like even park it away and then get a taxi into the gig. You know,
Hmm.
and then because it's like, ah, oh, fuck, I could really go a drink right now, but I'm driving home. Oh no, wait, I've got the tent box. Get sloshed, jump in the taxi, get back to the car, open the tent box up, sleep in the car, job done.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. 100% get you. I mean, yeah, I do get it, but like also just in my mind, part of me just thinks you just also have a tent in the car.
Yeah, but that's kind of what it is. Like it's hard to sleep in a car, you know?
It is. It's annoying to sleep in a car. Some of them
I've
are
done
way
this
better than others.
yeah, I've done this a lot in my 20s again. Like I would drive to Dumfries for a night out and then be like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Fuck it, I'll sleep in the car.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, man, like I see a lot of utility in it, but then it's probably one of those things that I would buy and never fucking use.
and see, that's what worries me about it. It's one of those things. It's like an aspirational buy where you're like, "Oh, I'll buy that and I'll use it all the time. It'll be such an investment." And then when it comes to it, you're like, "Fuck, I've used that twice." You know?
Yeah. That's the worry. Like I would like to think I'll use it loads, but I probably won't.
Yeah. And then when it comes to that, I'm like, "Oh, I just stick with the tent." You know, the tent's got some flexibility.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. The other thing as well though, like I've got a little pup tent that I
Pop
bought for
tent.
like going away on the bike. And it's alright, but a tent box would be better. You know? Like
Pup tent.
I'm do you know the existence of tent box I think is solely due to COVID though?
Oh, right. Do you think so? Do you think that gave him a bit of a boost?
Yeah, they were nowhere and then they were everywhere. And COVID is like the thing that got everybody wanting to be all outdoorsy and shit.
Yeah. Away from the crowd.
That's it.
I mean, I could totally see that. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of them everywhere. I just kind of always think that like, okay, people put them on and then just kind of leave them.
Yeah, like that doesn't do it for me. Like it needs to be used. Like they're not cheap. You know, it's a substantial fucking investment to get a tent box. It's like fucking nearly £1,000.
You can get some really swanky ones.
Oh yeah, it's like a palace on your roof, but it doesn't change the fact it's not fucking cheap. So like you need to use that utility. You know, I would say you need to use it at least 10 times for it to be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to put a number on it, but like you need to get actually some use out of it.
Well, the only reason I put a number to it is that if you use it like 10 times in 2 years, right? That's essentially cost you what, £100 for every use
Yeah,
spread across 2 years, which isn't unreasonable.
but then it does make that £100 a pop, and you can buy a really really good tent for like £70, no bother.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have bought a tent every time. You could buy a tent and literally walk away from it at the end, not even have to bring it to pack, and still be quids in on that kind of metric.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, it's like everything. The more you use it, the more you can justify spending on it. I think, like my mountain bike, I mean, I bought it secondhand at 2 grand, but if I was to like cost what that's in terms of miles that I've travelled for that 2 grand, I'd be into pennies.
Mm. Yeah, no, I totally get you. Like it's and honestly, if it's worth it to you, you should buy it. You know,
Yeah.
like
But
no big deal. It's just maybe not for me. The $10 maybe I'll get one and completely change my mind, but I just don't see it right now.
fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
think I imagine that probably arose because I probably saw one kicking about in town. I've seen $10 on some really surprising cars.
Hit me.
I think it might have been a Hyundai i10 that I saw this one on.
Now, right, that this is a trend because every time I see a tent box, it's on a small hatchback.
Hmm. I don't know. I see a lot on vans.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen one on a van, but
Yeah.
like Fiesta STs, they seem to be a favorite of the Fiesta ST crowd.
Do you know what? I've never seen a $10 on an ST.
Really?
No, I never have. That's crazy, man. But I mean, that being said, like you do see it on some weird. You do see them on some weird cars.
You do. Like if like when I get one, it'll be on my new daily, which I'm almost certain has got to be an STI Forester or something like that, like a big boxy estate utilitarian thing. And like, imagine the look of the fucking outfit, right? STI Forester with a tent box and then a bike rack on top with a mountain bike on it. Like, that's a rig.
Yeah. I mean, can you add a kayak to the mix?
Oh yeah, I reckon we could throw a
Yeah,
kayak
get
in
a
there. I mean,
kayak flying in there as well, man.
there's a lot of real estate on that roof. It's big.
Once you've got if you've got all of that stuff, you've got the full I am into the outdoors kind of set of accessories.
Yeah, like literally the only thing that you could do to like hammer the point home more would be move to the lakes. You know, that's cool though. But I do get like your objection to them. Like it is spenny, and unless you're gonna use it, it does scream try hard. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Just part of me thinks it's got one of those. This seemed like a good idea at the time. Purchase it's all over it.
You know that's fair. Like that's very fair.
Oh wow, they are not cheap. Oh,
No, they are not cheap.
just having a
They
wee
are
look see loo there.
they are mucho de Niro.
I didn't expect them to be quite that expensive.
Yeah, they definitely like they know how they're a bit like Cartier. You can't put a price on love, just watch us. uh, but yeah, no, it's definitely a thing, you know.
Wow, yeah, the see, okay, see if you're gonna get a tent box, right? I like the classic style, you know, or the yeah, I like the classic style or the cargo style's fine as well. Like the ones that are actually like they look like they kind of auto open and it's just like it's there if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like they're very convenient.
Yeah, I can
'Cause,
totally get the idea of those.
like literally, I think all you do is take off a cover and then unfold it, which
Okay.
is well, I mean, it's kind of the same as just a normal tent, but a normal tent isn't just unfold. It's like fuck about with poles
Oh
and
yeah,
pins.
totally. I mean, if you've ever had to build a tent in darkness using phone torches, then you know that tents fucking suck.
I would not have built the tent in the darkness. I'd have just thrown it on the ground and climbed inside it. Be like, if I suffocate, so be it.
You
Here
know
we
what,
go.
man? One of the benefits of being very bad at planning things is you actually get quite good at doing stuff in the dark.
That's such an unexpected like outcome of that.
Yeah, just treat it as all just practice. Next time's easier. Yeah, so that was kind of one of my thoughts, clearly spurned on from seeing 10 box on something. Yeah, I think it was something quite small, like an i10. But then this is another one that I've definitely written down when I've been like walking around, which is, does owning a loud car make you a cat?
No.
And yes, I was interested about that because clearly when I wrote that, someone with a loud car had been like, you know, just some people can be a bit obnoxious with it. And I was just wondering, I must have written that down from the back of
Right.
that.
No, I don't think it's actually as clear cut as no. I think it depends on a lot of things. It's very situational.
Yeah, as always, context is king, isn't it, really?
Like, friend of mine with mega horsepower Supra, his car's loud. His car's also got 780 brake horsepower. So you expect it to be fucking loud, you know?
Yes, can his car ever be quiet?
Well, you can put a bung in the exhaust, but it does noticeably decrease the performance.
Mm.
Um, and that's the thing. Like, if it's loud for a purpose, fair fucking play, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I totally get you. Yeah, no, it's not like yeah. I mean, we were talking earlier about how much we like the sound of bike engines, and they're not exactly quiet.
No.
So yeah, do you know what? You're right. You're completely right. It's the sound and the context of the noise that must have annoyed me. And I'm suspecting the context may have been shitty car, super fucking loud exhaust.
I'm going to go ahead and take a swing in the dark that the car was A, diesel, B, straight piped, and C, driven by the sort of guy that would put a sticker on the back that says Dirty Dave and his dirty diesel. You
Like
know?
rolling coal.
Yeah, that sort of guy. Like they're probably the largest offenders for this is people who think diesels are fast.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, I do. I find it sometimes I find it a bit difficult to even try and defend a diesel engine. It's like the few that I've driven kind of like regularly, I've not very much enjoyed, to be honest.
Yeah, I've owned two diesels in my life. No, three. One was the Fiesta that overhit as soon as it got above 99 mile an hour.
That was non-turbo diesel.
That was a non-turbo diesel. That was horrific. My granddad bought me that to teach me a lesson after I crashed my other car.
Yeah, teach you a
The
little
lesson didn't
lesson.
stick.
Yeah.
Um,
God.
the 530D that was monstrously quick, but I wouldn't say it was fast. There was no drama. There was no excitement. It was just the speedo moves quite quickly.
Yeah, yeah. You just surge forward.
And the Merc that I own now, that's my experience with diesels. Never again. I'm done.
You totally done. I thought you'd said
Totally
that
done.
after two diesels as well.
I did, but then I was like pushed into. I was in a situation where I needed a car, and this popped up, and I was like, "Fuck it, that'll do."
I get you.
Um, yeah. So it's like it's shit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really enjoy driving the two diesels either. Like, I remember like it's just fucking it just the engine just gets all clogged up. the DP, you know,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's actually what's wrong with mine at the minute, and I'm going to
a
take the
classic.
DPF off and pressure wash it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what's it? They put walnuts through it.
Yes, they do. Walnut shells.
Yeah, because you can fill it with foam and like fire stuff through it, and clean it out that way.
Yeah, man. Well, they do sea foam as well, which is like a green liquid, and it's like it just blasts all the shite out.
Mm. I totally like, but I don't know, like diesels for like that kind of like the fact that they basically clog themselves up unless you run them like a fucking commercial vehicle, and the fact that they just don't really perform, that much better. Like I don't really give that much of a fuck about fuel economy, so
Yeah, like I mean, I don't see the fuel economy benefit at all. Bex's little Suzuki um, does 44 miles to the gallon.
that's wild.
My Merc does 39.
Yeah. I never really got much ever beyond 40 when I used to drive the classic 2 liter diesel. Like I just people can get like the 55, 60 mile per gallon out of these kind of engines. I'm like, how do you drive? Do you get anywhere?
Yeah, like I don't understand it, you know? It doesn't work for me at all. It just doesn't do what I want it to do.
I reckon all these people that get good fuel economy out of their diesels, they're just jacking up the wheels and just kind of running it on like, really low RPM in a high gear, just getting that sweet, sweet fuel economy. I mean, like, look at my number, it's up to 88. They're not real miles. Those miles are lies. And they justify it to themselves by saying, well, the filter needs cleaned out anyway, so I'll have to run it for a bit.
Yeah. Like it's the short journeys that kill them for me. It's like 99% of people do short journeys and um this just doesn't do short journeys. Like
Mm.
they're not compatible with 99% of people's usage profile.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, that's probably what killed my Volvo is I just did not use it like it was really meant to be used.
Yeah.
It would be like it would do shit tons of short journeys, stop and start. I used to use it to deliver pizzas, which is like just a series of short stop start journeys.
That's fantastic.
Um, and then every so often it would just get like one really, really long mega journey. And that was kind of like it. And I also let it sit for so long. It sat for like a year. God, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, I kind of did everything possible to like give the diesel the worst chance of survival.
Yeah, man. And they just don't work. They're not for me at all. Um they just need to fuck off. there's no other way of putting it. They just need to get the fuck out of here. Um
I was just muting myself while the little fire alarm was going off.
the fire alarm.
Could you hear it?
No?
Oh, it might show up on the recording. It was just that we've got this flat's got a ridiculously sensitive heat detector.
Really?
Yeah, it's really, really sensitive. It's or heat detector or smoke detector. I'm unsure, but whatever it is, it's very sensitive. You can set it off really, really easily, unfortunately.
That is a bit of a bugger. So it is.
But yeah, sorry, where were we?
Diesels. We kind of derailed into like I blame diesels for making loud noises, or owners of diesels making loud noises, and then we kind of devolved into like we hate diesels. Diesels must die.
Do you know what, right? This leads me on perfectly to another one of the topics I've been thinking about,
What's
which
that?
is sport trims that just aren't sport. You know, like
Yes.
why are you calling that sport? Like I know that we have come into this like cosmetic, like kind of commodification of like the difference, like the idea of a sport kind of trim level. being different from like a
Yeah,
sport model. But sometimes you see sometimes you see the trim levels in cars, and you're like, what? For example, having something that's like you know, kind of diesel sport. Sure about that.
yeah. Do you know, as well, I think this is actually quite a problem. I think it's quite damaging to brand identity. You know how you can have an M3,
Mhm.
and you can have a 3 Series with an M Sport kit on, it's impossible to tell the difference, well, without looking at, like, brakes and exhausts and stuff. Like, there's cues that give it away that it's not a genuine M3 and it's just an M Sport package, but, like, to the vast majority of people, they look identical.
Aye, but then honestly, man, a lot of people can't tell the difference between any cars really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you think it's maybe a case of people just want the nice looking bits, but don't really care much beyond that, and they don't really see any difference? And then the people that care about it a bit more see a difference.
I would say so, man, because, like, there's this fucking, like, culture where you've got to have a new car every 3 years, and you've got to have it has to be, like, a new BMW, Audi, or Mercedes. Like, there's definitely a core of people that buy most of the new cars, and they're all like, it's almost like a keeping up with the Joneses thing, you know?
I mean, yeah, but it's a lot of it'll just be leases, surely, like leased or PCP or salary kind of scheme stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, there's absolutely no way that they're all being bought outright. That's just insane.
No, and I mean, we saw the prices of like new cars at the moment are, they're quite silly sometimes.
They're insane, is what they are. Yeah, I mean, I'm not convinced that they're all like buying brand new cars. It's definitely lease deals and stuff like that. But yeah, it's that keeping up with the Joneses crowd. Like it has to be the AMG line, it has to be the M Sport, it has to be the S line. You know?
Hmm. Honestly, it makes looking at cars much more difficult as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you have to like filter through all of like the incorrect kind of like people just being like, oh, it's an ST, but you're like, actually, no, that's an ST line, isn't it?
yeah, that's fair actually. But then the thing is, people get to say, I've got a Ford ST. It's like, no, you fucking don't. But like, that's it. It is essentially it is a Ford ST model.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I actually kind of. I think a bit of me thinks that there's truth in that. That it is people just want the upper kind of like the sporty package, but without any of like the commitment to like the cost or any of that.
Yeah, like I mean, you see it with like the S line Audis are probably the worst because they're like absolutely it's an Audi S model, like that's like legitimately just below that's the model just below the RS, like that's in the my car's better than your stakes for normal people. I'd imagine that's probably quite a big one.
Yeah, and then like the AMG line as well.
Yeah. Oh, I've got
Like,
an AMG Merc. Oh, do you know? That's quite. That's that. Really, what is it? Oh, it's a 1.6 diesel. You don't have an AMG Merc. What you have, my friend, is delusions.
yeah, honestly, like it's wild to see how unusual kind of like big displacement sporty stuff is on the roads compared to everything else. There's a lot of 1.5s out there.
Yeah, there's a truly terrifying amount of 1.5s out there. So there is.
Yeah. I mean, I've been given a that. I'm pretty sure the 2 Series that I got one time as a courtesy car, 218, of like, I don't know what generation it would be like. It would maybe be like the early G series of the 2 Series. And it had all like it was a perfect example of this, right? It had the full M Sport package, like all the fucking M everywhere, M, and like it had kind of quite not like the firmest, but it was like reasonably firm kind of like setup, and it had like the sport button and all that nonsense. Um, like all the bits, but it was an automatic, and it was a 1.5, and it was like not really in what you would call a hurry to set off ever.
Yeah, it was very sluggish.
Yeah, it had start stop technology that I couldn't be arsed figuring out. Like for using it for a day, I couldn't be bothered figuring out the how to like turn it off in the touchscreen. Which meant that like you had to plan ahead to move forward because the car wasn't ready. When you put your foot down, it would be like, right, I'll turn on, and then I'll get in gear, and then we'll go. Whereas I'm kind of used to a little bit more direct participation in what's happening.
Yeah, no, that's fair, man. Like, yeah, that's really quite that's a big thing. Like, I find quite often that modern cars are absolute dog shit to drive.
Numb is how I would have described a lot of the modern cars I've driven.
And I will readily point out there are outliers and obvious omissions to that rule, like the RS Megane. Ooh, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, absolutely. Like, there's a lot of Lion ones out there as well. Like fucking Z-Tech. This boils my piss.
Yes. Tell us why.
So Z-Tech is an engine model. Sorry, 2 seconds. I've just noticed that my delightful fucking daughter, sorry, my delightful daughter, has managed to get yogurt on the underside of my laptop. So I'm just gonna scrape this yogurt off, and then we can get. Oh my god, why is that stuck on? This is a fucking brand new laptop. There we go. Ah, it's getting off now. Just needed a bit of saliva. Right, sorry, I'm back in the room. Um, yeah. So the Z-Tech was an engine. So you had the Z-Tech E and you had the Z-Tech SE. And the SE was the black top plastic one that was in like the Ford Puma, and it came in 1.25, 1.5, and 1.7 displacements.
It was a 1.5, not 1.6.
Oh no, it was 1.6. Sorry, it was 1.25, 1.6, and 1.7. And then you had the Z-Tech E, which came in 1.6, 1.8, and 1.2 liter displacements. And that was the engine. And Z-Tech as a trim level started with a Mark One Focus, and it was because they had a Z-Tech fucking engine. And now they still use Z-Tech, even though they're using Duratec engines. Or now, actually, they're past Duratec's. They're using like wet belt horror story engines. But yeah,
The Eco. I only
Eco
know it's
Boom.
the Eco Boom, but it's got another name. Eco Boost. Oh, that's it.
That's
Wow,
it. Yeah,
that's that engine's had really bad PR when you can only think of the
the
like.
piss take name.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, that is I don't like this because it's technically incorrect.
Yeah, no, I honestly I didn't even think about that, but you're completely right. There probably hasn't been a Z-Tech for a while. Probably hasn't been a Duratec for even longer, surely.
Yeah, there hasn't. Like the Duratec, I think lives on possibly in one form or another in the new MX-5.
Ah, okay.
Because the other thing as well about like Z-Tech engines was they all had like a common bell housing bolt pattern. And then it was the Duratec that stopped that because that was the first of the Mazda engines, or the co-designed with Mazda engines. Um, but yeah,
What was it? Some sort of like it had to be that way to fit in with Mazda, or it was like some kind of sort of like preventing interchange of wider Ford parts.
no, it was essentially a Mazda design. So
Ah, I
Mazda were like,
see.
"This is our Bellhausen bolt pattern, like fucking live with it," and
Enjoy
Ford
it.
were like, "We're not recasting an entire engine
I mean,
block."
fair enough. Honestly, it's just the bull pound.
Yeah, it's a booger, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, man.
So honestly, I can't really remember how we got here.
I
Oh
believe it was
yeah, we were talking about sport trims that are sport.
yeah,
I don't really have very much else on that. Like apart from genuinely, like I really wish they would just come up with like a sort of like a lower threshold for when they'll apply the trim level. You're not so disappointed, or does it feel like weirdly like there's like a disconnect between reality and what the car's trying to sell you on?
yeah, that's fair.
It's like sometimes these like sport like brands like sport trim levels are like kind of like putting like racing stripes on a pair of slippers.
Yeah, it does have that feeling, doesn't it?
Like no matter what you do, there's still going to be a pair of slippers, soft slip-on slippers.
Yeah, it's it's very much putting lipstick on a pig.
Aye, but not even lipstick. Like I don't know, a wing, a wing on a pig.
Yeah,
You can have the Maxton design front pig splitter
that is it, man.
and accompanying carbon effect lip.
Oh, that is a classy fucking image you've just built in my mind there. I'm not
Oh
gonna lie.
yeah, man, I've got taste. I can totally design a car. Don't you worry. Just like give me
Quality.
access to the to the carbon fiber lookalike materials.
That's a horrible, horrible thought.
Okay,
It's just not cool. Like just fucking
it's a bit tacky, but I mean, whatever. To each their own. Like I think it's a phase most people kind of go through and get out of, and look back on and be like, "Wow, that was not the best."
yeah, that's fair.
You need to embrace your tacky every now and again, and the best time to do it is when you're young and stupid and don't know any better.
Or at your midlife crisis.
Oh, totally, yeah, 100%. But I mean, by then, you know, you should know better, and yada yada
Yeah, but that's why it's a crisis because you should know better. But you're like, fuck it,
yada.
we ball.
Yeah, no, yeah, maybe that do be the reason. Do you know what? Like, I had one more thought over the week, and again, I honestly can't remember why I was thinking about this. Probably because I was parking somewhere. And I was like, I feel the allure of the shitbox car come back to me, you know? Like, you know, the like
Ooh.
that like the an car that is just like it's just whatever it is, doesn't matter. Like you can park it like you don't just park close to the shop, you park like right out in front of the shop. Like squeeze it in between the bollards. Because it doesn't matter. It's like you don't care. So if someone bashes it, whatever. Like, you know, nothing matters. And I do feel the appeal of that a little bit.
Ah. So you're not actually talking about buying a shitbox here, are you?
No, no, I don't know anywhere to put it.
Right. I'm just gonna jettison my clipboard on the laptop because I was about to paste, you know, the Count Dooku from Star Wars going, "Do it." I was just about to paste that like 100 times into the chat, so I was like, I need to enable the buying of shitboxes.
Nah, man. If I had the space for a shitbox, I'd already have one.
Fair
If you know
man,
what I mean.
fair.
Like, I've been, you know, just doing some background browsing online, and like, Yeah, I don't know. Part of me just thinks, oh god, it would be really handy just to have something else that's just like, you know, that I wouldn't mind. Like, it's a car that you would park anywhere, if you know what I mean, and leave it overnight. You'd be like, oh, I'll just leave it in this, clearly sketchy train station car park for a few days.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I have that with the Merc, and like people are horrified. Like, I walk up to it and like I put the key in and start it when I'm standing outside it, and then I end up kicking the fucking thing, going fucking piece of shit. Like, it's just the absolute hatred for it is unbelievable. I actually walked away from the car after parking it in Tesco's, left both the door open and the keys open, keys in it. Came back and it was still fucking there. I was like, oh my god, it can't even be stolen.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that kind of car, the car that you just, if it disappears, it's okay. There are worse things in the world.
That's it.
I do kind of see the appeal, kind of the occasional appeal, and also like I have a feeling that if I did have shitbox car, I wouldn't be that fussed about like letting go of it and getting another shitbox car. I think I would go through them fairly quickly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We do
Like,
kind of know historically that I'm a little bit hard wearing on vehicles.
you are an end user.
Yeah, most of them don't survive me.
No. But I like that, man. There's a certain like satisfaction in that, you know?
Totally. And yeah, I don't mind. I don't really mind being the person that has to, like send them off to the.
Scrap heap in the sky, like
Yeah, it's okay. I'm like a sort of long term owner slash grim reaper.
that's such a fantastic image.
Just slowly destroy it. Although, yeah, don't know. I've also, do you know what? Genuinely, because the weather's been banging, I've really, really been missing that MR2.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, I still maintain it was one of the most fun cars to drive. It was it really it was such a bucket, but it was so much fun. And like car I've got at the moment, for all it's very fast, and it's like it's quite capable, and it's like it's fun in a way. It doesn't have that super lightweight, direct kind of feel of the steering. It does feel a little bit kind of remote.
Yeah, it doth not butter your parsnips.
It's just not quite as much fun on the old country roads because it feels very, very capable at like kind of modest speed, which means you get up to immodest speed quite quickly,
Yes.
and then you're kind of like back on the brakes to get it back down to like a kind of more sensible speed for kind of corners and stuff like that. Whereas because the MR2 was such a bucket, it took quite a lot of effort to get it up to modest speed, and even more to get it up to immodest speed. So you wanted to like retain that, but it felt so good to drive, and it was so like kind of go karty and nimble that you could, and that was really really good fun. Like you definitely attacked like country road driving in a totally different way, and you could see hardly fuck all as well because you sat so low down.
Yeah, it's definitely a very it's definitely a thing that you have to experience to know. Your arse is like 4 inches off the ground at a very sketchy number of leptons down a back road in an MR2. It's
Yeah,
it's incredibly good fun.
like single track back road with loads of potholes, and you're just bombing it down it, just like using the car's kind of like general nimbleness to avoid as many potholes as possible, and just hoping to fuck nothing breaks when you do hit the occasional big one.
Yes, that is it exactly. Fantastic good fun.
Really good fun. Like it feels like a car that would kind of like dance around stuff.
Oh yeah, like there's no feeling that quite comes close to that like light of the nose mid-engine dartiness.
Yeah, I got the full day experience in that when I took it out for a nice drive and I had to parallel park it in town, um, where it didn't have power steering, or if it did, it didn't work. Um, and the car has not great visibility. It's not the worst, but it's not great. It also had a slipping clutch, and it sounded really, really loud. So like, it was just like wom 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 over and over again.
That was a Jap speed back box or something, wasn't it?
I think it was a Scorpion.
Was it? The Jap speed ones were absolutely horrifically loud.
Yeah, it was quite a loud car considering it was just like a like normal 2 liter, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I do miss the kind of the fun of driving that. I really notice it when I go out on like a kind of any kind of drive that takes me off an A road, essentially.
Yeah,
So like the the car I've got now, the BMW, is like really good. A roads, fantastic, if you know what I mean. It's got the power, it's got enough grip and stuff like that that it like handles kind of like more sweepy kind of like wider A roads nicely. But when it comes to the more kind of narrowy kind of country roads, it lacks that kind of agility and nimbleness and like directness and kind of feel. I don't feel as confident really fucking chucking that car about because it weighs
yeah,
quite a lot and it is prone to the occasional moment, you know?
yeah. No, it, the 2 Series is certainly a lively bit of kit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. There's definitely been a few times where I could have easily have put it in a hedge or somewhere more inconvenient. I mean, it
The
keeps you on your
phrasing of
toes.
that
It
is
keeps you
absolutely beautiful, by the way.
it keeps you on your toes. But yeah, no, I just really oh god. I feel like that's where my kind of car passion lies at the moment is like the kind of the two-seater mid-engined um kind of like what would you call them, a roadster coupe?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
Got yeah, I mean honestly T-bar or like you know no roof or whatever, just just over like the driver and passenger's head is absolutely a must.
yeah.
Like that's a big part of it as well. Yeah, that's where I'm gravitating towards. Like I keep bringing it up as well in these fucking podcasts. I keep being like Alpha 4C. Um, to be honest, that's actually the main one.
I would have an Alpha 4C though. Like they're fucking cool.
They're
They're a nice
really
bit of
cool.
kit. Yeah, I cannot disagree with a single point you've just made. Like that's I'm on board all of it.
How foolish would it be to buy a 4C? Oh, they are quite a
Eh?
lot. I'm just sorry. I've just looked at 4C prices.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, maybe not.
yeah, they're about the 50K mark. Although I reckon you could probably get them down at 30 if you were willing to stretch to like not an immaculate one, you know?
Man, it would be a car for me. There would be no point in it being immaculate.
But if you bought it and it was immaculate, you might actually fucking keep it immaculate.
I really don't know about that. I
No?
really, really don't know. No, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not that careful around my own car very much. I, I would try. I would definitely try. I would maybe be too scared to use it too often. But like, it's just little things. Like, I just kind of inadvertently damage them through clumsiness mostly. It's why I'm
Okay.
like happy when a car isn't perfect when I buy it. I'm like, oh God, thank goodness. Like I can just I'll just continue to add my kind of like damage to it, you know?
Yes. That's such a horrible thing to say. Uh,
I take a very
yeah, no, fair
zen
enough.
approach to car ownership when it comes to like, it is a thing that you're meant to use, and when you use something, sometimes you break things, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, like I totally get that sometimes things break, but it's I care when things break. I'm like, why did you rub chocolate into the seats? You know, like why did you do this? There's no. Would you rub chocolate into the sofa? No. Well, then why did you do it in the car?
I
You know,
mean, do you know what? Right, you're completely right, and it's totally fair. I just have an almost, I kind of have a weirdly different policy. Like when it comes to food, eat in the car all you want. Like I literally do not care. Just do what you want. Like I cleaned it out recently, as I mentioned, and it was not in a good state in the interior. It really
I,
wasn't. It was very bad. There was so much fake artificial snow in the back of it. Like the whole back of the car, like the back bench seats and stuff, were just covered, and the footwells and all that were covered in this fake snow. And that had been from before Christmas when I'd been moving a tree with artificial snow about.
I'd have lost my fucking mind at that. I'd have had to have that hoovered out within an hour. Like,
Yeah, nah, I gave it a good 6 months. Maybe a little
wow,
bit more. It does
no,
mean, I really don't use the back of that car very often, you know?
yeah, no. I mean, do you know what? I get what you mean though, right? Because I eat in the car, like, and people can eat in my car. But my argument is, right? Can you sit at your kitchen table and eat chips without like throwing chips over your shoulder and spilling half a packet of chips down the side of your seat? And
I
if the
mean,
answer to that is yes, why the fuck can't you do that in a car? Like, it's just carelessness. Like, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, I don't mind when something's a genuine problem. It's but people's fucking ineptitude and like laziness to like instead of sitting your like precariously balancing your chips on your lap, sit them on the floor. Like it's literally 6 inches below your arse anyway. You know?
yeah, but
Like
honestly, it's pretty reasonable.
I mean, I don't think I'm being a bad guy here with this. Like, don't just pour your can of Coke onto my floor.
Yeah.
Like, it's the second most expensive thing I'm ever going to buy in my life after my house is my car. Look after the fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I know I am a bit over the top with the cleaning and stuff of cars, but yeah, like it's born from a place of sensibleness. Like if you can eat in your house without like making your dinner explode, then why can't you do it in your car?
It's fair. It is fair. It is totally fair. What happens if you can't eat without making a mess generally?
Well, then you can fucking eat elsewhere. Like, there's like levels to it. Like, if someone got in my car with ramen and they're like, I'm just gonna have this bowl of ramen while we drive down the road, like, no, you're fucking not. Put the top back on it and sit on the floor. You can have it when we fucking get out, right? But if somebody gets in my car with like a burger and some chips, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat this," I'm like, "Aye, sure, eat it. Just eat it like you would if you were in your house. Don't like rub it into my fucking dashboard and throw chips all with it, you know?"
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
really tickled you, hasn't it?
it really has. The ramen absolutely got me. It made me think that, do you know what? I wouldn't have said no. I would have been like, oh, that's brave of you. But okay. I would have been more curious to see if they could eat ramen while I was driving.
That's fair, I suppose. But yeah, no, I was just like, no, there's a time and a place. You don't eat ramen in my car.
What about ice
Like,
cream? Because that is
yeah,
ice cream gets a problem.
ice cream's not a problem. If like so like I eat ice cream in the car quite a lot. When we run the kids down to drop them off, um, we'll stop and get ice cream on a Friday.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
and everybody eats ice cream in the car, and nobody spills it. And one of the things I do is before I set off, I'll like eat the ice cream so that it's above the cone. If that makes sense, like remove the overhang of the ice cream so that I can actually deal with it when I'm driving.
That's such an engineering approach, but you're like, okay, right, I'll eat away the edge so it's got like a little bit of lip to the cone and it contains the drips.
That's it, exactly. Like everything is engineerable to not make a fucking mess. Not ramen. The ramen is a messy one.
I would love to know where the line is. Like where on that kind of that food alignment chart, where's the line? Where is it no longer acceptable to eat it in the car?
I would say when it's more liquid than solid.
Hmm. I think that's
Like
probably fair.
I mean, and there's outliers though. Like if somebody turns around to me and goes, "Oh, I've got this korma curry. I'm gonna eat it in your car," but no, you're fucking not. Fucking put it on the floor and wait till you get home.
What about drinking a cup of soup though? Because it's much like a drink, and do drinks get a pass?
Drinks get a pass, but then what is your cup of soup like? Is it in like a Costa cup with like a sippy top on it?
It's in disposable one of those cardboard like coffee cups. No lid. The lid just
No,
impedes
no,
the
no,
flow of
no, no,
soup.
no, no, no. I just wouldn't let you in the car with that. I don't think.
God, so I'm standing outside, potentially in the rain, drinking
Well,
drinking my soup.
you should have thought about this when you bought your soup.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna stick to non-liquid based foods.
Like the thing is though, like I probably wouldn't let someone in the car if they had a coffee with no lid on it. But like, no, get fucked. Like that's a shit idea. You know, you're in a moving vehicle and you're going to try and drink a liquid that's like open topped. Like, what happens if I have to brake? What happens if we go around a corner? What happens if you sneeze? It's going fucking everywhere.
Absolutely.
Like,
I mean, depends if the car's got a cup holder.
yeah. Like, even in a cup holder, though, an open topped cup is a shit idea. Like, there's a reason when you get travel cups, they all have tops on them.
Hmm. No, that is true. That is true.
Um, yeah. Fucking hell. This we're getting quite in depth on it. Well, I'm getting quite in depth on this, like putting the world to rights for eating in cars.
Yeah. I honestly, do you know what you reminded me of with the coffee in a car?
What's that?
Is have you ever spilt coffee on yourself in a car?
I don't drink coffee.
Oh well, have you ever spilt insert hot beverage of your choice here on yourself in the car?
Not in the car, but I have spilt a pot noodle on myself. I may have been inebriated.
Wait, what? This it raises way more questions. Why were you in a car eating a pot noodle?
No, I wasn't in a car. I said I
Oh,
was. I may have been inebriated when I spilled said pot noodle.
oh right, okay, okay. No, that completely confused me. No, I was more thinking of the in the car context.
So why were you in the car inebriated with a pot noodle? Was that your
Yeah,
question?
that was my question. Yeah. So I
No,
guess no.
no.
Fair. I have, and it's not the best. Like it
Yeah,
really is not the best. At all. At all.
you know what I bet it's like, right? I bet it's like when you're on the motorbike in the rain, but everything's hot. So like all the water just sits in your crotch and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, it just pulls at the bottom of the seat, so you get to sit in a nice little puddle of coffee.
Oh, that's giving me
Yeah,
palpitations.
ensuring that both the front and back of you gets fucking soaking. Cup holders are really important.
They are. And there's too many cars that don't have fucking cup holders, by the way. This is like if you're a car designer and you've designed something without cup holders, you need put against the wall and fucking shot. Like,
Quite extreme measure.
well, that might be too far. You need grounded for a day. Um, like it's just such a glaring omission. Like the fact that Not even for your cup holder. Like a lot of cup holders are actually perfectly sized to take a phone as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. It can be really, really handy, and it's like they cost basically nothing to put in. They're literally like molded plastic.
Yeah. Like the cost of that on the cost of a dashboard is pennies.
Absolutely. They don't have to look good. I really don't give a shit what my cup holder looks like. It doesn't have to have a chrome like rim. It doesn't have to look bespoke. It has to be the size of a cup.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of things that it has to do here. Like it has to hold a cup. My
Okay, right.
13-month-old can hold a cup.
Oh, you could get like a little mount.
A what?
You can get like a little mount for your baby on the dashboard, and she could just hold the cup for you.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
Yeah,
What the fuck are you on about?
that's a perfect
So
solution.
the solution to having a cup holder is to like gaffer tape a baby to your dashboard so it can hold a cup.
I don't think tape's suitable. I was thinking more of a hook, some sort of hook arrangement. You know, like those air fresheners that hook onto the air vent.
For fuck's sake, okay. Uh, incredible.
So how
I'd
did we
like to
get
point
here?
out at this point, eh?
So how did we get here?
I haven't a fucking clue, mate. I'm actually a bit terrified by this conversation now. Oh, fuck. Uh, I actually have a subject for you here as well.
Cool, lay it on me. Is this the one where you're going to change my mind?
I think I might change your mind. I don't know if I'll change it, but I've got a fair chance of it with this one, I think. So, automatic gearboxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We agree they have their place.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not against them.
Fair enough.
I'm not like I mean they're fine. They're fine. They're fine as long as I don't have to interact with them too much.
Yeah, well, there's became quite a thing, right, where swapping the 8 HP70 boxes, you know, the 8 speeds, the ZF ones, BMW
Right.
use them
Yeah.
fanatically. So there's becoming quite a trend of swapping them into other cars, and they're making their way into like Nissan GTRs and Supras and stuff, like over the 6 speed, right?
Interesting.
Now, I thought this was fucking madness until I watched an interview with an Australian tuner, and they're fitting clutch pedals to them
Wait, what?
and putting manual shifters on them, right?
So it's
So
an
you
eight-speed
can
manual.
so you can basically have a Supra twin turbo, right? Say just for example, you've got a Supra twin turbo with 600 brake horsepower, and you've got a manual gearbox in it. You could put a ZF 8-speed automatic into it, right? With a clutch pedal emulator and a H pattern shifter that would give you an automatic that drives like a manual. So like you would manually change gear. Like you could dip the clutch, rev it, it would act like a manual with the clutch disengaged, put it in gear, and then let the clutch off and it would resume drive, right?
So the clutch would be a physical pedal that controlled essentially a digital controller.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can get a shifter. So it could be like a sequential style shifter. So like instead of just having 6 gears, you can bang it up 8 gears at a time.
Totally, I get you. I mean, it's pretty cool, actually.
I think it's really cool. Like I'm on board with this. Like there was in the interview they were actually specifically talking about putting it in a Supra. And like the guy that asked the question when he was like, "Oh yeah, I would absolutely do that." He's like, "Whoa, you can't do that. It's a Supra. They need a 6-speed manual." He's like, "No, you asked the question. I'm telling you what I would do." He says, "I would put it in a Supra before I would put it in a GTR. Put it that way." And the guy was like making out like it was some big fucking egregious thing, even though he basically just answered the dude's question.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, man, like I was like, wow, like that would make me really, really think about, you know, the auto versus manual thing. Like I would have to have a serious think about that, knowing that you can now emulate a clutch on on a ZF8 speed and, you know, fucking run it as a manual.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. I mean, I would like probably quite like, like a kind of flappy paddle sequential automatic.
Well, see, that's the thing though, right? So you do this, and you can put flappy paddles on, but then, like, you have your um, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then your manual mode is literally your shifter turns into a sequential shifter where you like push it away from you for going up, push it back, pull it back to you for going up the box,
Oh, aye.
and you've got a clutch that works. So you could legitimately have your cake and eat it here. Like you can have an automatic, which is nice and easy and fantastic to drive every day in the city. There's no clutch pedal. You don't have to fanny about with it. And then when it comes time to like attack a B road on the way home, you just snick it into manual, sequential shifting with a clutch.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. It sounds pretty nice. Like, do you know as you've been speaking, it's occurred to me, I really do need to buy like an actual auto car and drive it a bit and see what it's like. It's like a lot of the time when I've driven autos, it's been for very short periods of time.
Yeah. I mean, uh, I'm not against an auto. I will say this: there's many, many, many more horrifically shit automatic boxes than there is really good ones.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, oh, there we go. Actually, I'm going to send you this as well. This is the ultimate swap guide for ZF automatic boxes, and it has like clutch emulators and all sorts on it. Because the way um, what I found in my travels of the internet, looking at this after watching that, is that it's big for drifting, right?
Mhm.
So they put the clutch on for drifting, and essentially what they do is just like fucking activates a clutch kit in the gearbox, and it's just a 5-volt sensor. And when you press the clutch, it disengages the. When you press the clutch pedal, it disengages the clutch in the box, and it's essentially just a fly-by-wire one.
Mhm.
Um, so, like, I'm looking at here. There's a turbo Lamic controller, which apparently is the industry standard for 8 HP swaps. A direct traction control unit without valve body modifications. Everything happens through the programming, right?
Mhm.
So you've got 4 driving modes. You've got street, sport, drag, and race. You can do multi-gear downshifts, so you can go from eighth to fourth without stepping down through the gears.
Mhm.
You've got trans brake and launch mode integration, virtual clutch for manual engagement, and configurable throttle blip with a shift timing cut.
Mm. So pretty cool. Quite a lot of stuff.
That's really cool. Um, I'm looking for like the shifters here at the minute. And like you can get like sequential shifters, like what I was talking about, or you can get like a digital shifter, like what BMW has,
Hmm.
or you can then get the paddle shifters as well.
Yeah, this is really cool. It's honestly amazing what people can do with the computers in the cars.
Oh yeah, but like I reckon you can probably get like a H pattern shifter for it.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually really really cool. It's an interesting swap going on that they're putting like an automatic in things.
It really is. Like I think the thing is as well is that automatics are becoming almost superior to manual boxes for performance.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I think they have been for a while. You know, they can just shift faster and
yeah,
better.
but then the thing that was always missing was the engagement. Like the driver engagement missing is just I want that. I don't want less engagement, you know?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, here we go. So on Garage with Bits, you get a clutch simulator that goes on the firewall pedal box, and it basically replaces what your master cylinder is. And you can also get sequential shifters that are like off the shelf, and it's just like bang it forward, pull it back.
Ah, just bam it for the gears.
Yeah, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it totally is. Honestly, like I feel like driving a sequential automatic or a flappy paddle would feel basically just like being in a video game.
It does a bit, man.
You know?
Like the Merc has flappy paddles, and
Oh, really?
yeah, they're actually quite nice to use. I quite like them. Um, would I choose them over a proper manual or like a sequential shifter? Definitely not. I'd be like, nah, sorry, get fucked. Like this is I want I want what I want and I want a manual. You know, like if and when I buy a Supra or a Skyline GTR, sure as fucking shooting, well, sorry, buy another Supra or an first Nissan GTR, absolutely, I will be um going for the manual. Like I'm not going for an automatic. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
can't be done.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like I do. I'm so used to a manual. I just like it. I mean, yeah. I'm sure that the automatics are great and stuff like that, but like something about it. The gear change is
Yeah,
satisfying.
like I'm not suggesting that everybody rip their six speeds out and like put an eight speed in. Like that's just bollocks. Like why would you? But certainly, I think given that what I learned about them and how kind of cool they are, like certainly there's a place and time for them now. I'm certainly not as opposed to them as I used to be in a
Yeah.
performance car.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's definitely some performance cars where like I think it makes a bit of sense. Although there are some where I think it's a bit weird because that Alpine's only available in auto, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is. Not sure though.
Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, like it's kind of nice to have a manual option, but I like fair enough, honestly. Like most people want an automatic.
But what I'm thinking of here is that it really does open up your options for buying a car. Because if you think, right, your car's pretty rare being a manual.
It is, yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
Now you can buy the automatic and put a clutch emulator on it and a sequential shifter.
And it becomes a sort of a manual too, yeah, totally.
which is quite an interesting. It certainly is quite an interesting way of looking at the possibilities of car ownership now, because certainly knowing this, I wouldn't be opposed to owning a ZF Auto. I mean, I wasn't in the first place, but depending on what I would want the car for, like it certainly would. It certainly opens my mind a bit.
Yeah, no, totally. I don't think it would put me off buying something if the something was kind of like what I wanted, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it is what it is. As long as it's a decent box and changes gear properly and it behaves like you expected, cool.
yeah, fair
But I'll
enough.
still be happily cutting about in my manual. Like, it's okay. I'm lucky enough not to sit in traffic for long enough for it to annoy me.
Yeah, I will say this. I don't think either. Well, I certainly don't fucking live anywhere where it's so busy that an automatic is mandated. That is absolute bollocks. You know, it's
Yeah.
just not true at all.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely don't. Plus, I like the sound that the car makes when it's just rolling along, and I like being able to control that just at my own whim.
Yeah, man. That
It's
is,
so interesting because I could quite easily have ended up with the car that I have with an automatic.
yeah. Like it could have been quite easily done. Oh well. I don't really have anything more after that, but that's
Um,
kind of it.
yeah, I'm like pretty much out as well.
It has been a very weird week. Um, but unfortunately, at work, I have actually had to do something for a change, which kind of rips away my ability to sit and think about what I want to talk about.
There.
Um, so, god damn it, work actually had me working. Totally unfair. But yeah,
It's been a hot, long week as well.
it really fucking has.
So
It's
yeah, I think it's fair. I think it's a good time to wrap it up.
yeah, man, that's fair.
So should we wrap it up? Should we say thank you very much for listening? As
I,
always.
I think so, man. I think it's time to say that to the lovely people.
Cool. Do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, why not? Well, folks, as you've heard from the deliberation, we're going to end the podcast now. Fucking hell, that was such a shit way to do that. Yeah, we're going to stop now. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed what you've listened to, give us a nice review, 5 stars, 10 stars, whatever the maximum stars are. But yeah, no, it's been fun. Uh, Feel free to leave us a comment, talk, chat, whatever. We're always happy to hear from people. Um, yeah, toodaloo.
Bye.
Toodaloo.